Aloha and welcome to the video. So in this video I'm going to be doing something kind of unique. I was pretty excited about. I've been wanting to build this for a really long time, just didn't have the material. I'm going to be making a sword using a marlin or a swordfish bill, and then these are boar husks, like from a boar, the big pigs, and then a koa wood handle, and then I'm going to lash it all together, and then I'm probably going to put an inlay or inset into the pommel of the sword. Haven't fully decided yet out of this point in time, but I was pretty confident that I'd probably use like a mother and pearl pommel. And then to connect the swordfish bill to the handle, it's going to have a tongue and groove joint, and then I'm going to epoxy that together, and then when I lash it, that'll add the final connecting mechanism that'll be on there pretty solidly. Now, I was pretty excited for this just because I knew it would look cool. It's not a very functional sword. I mean, you could still whack someone with it and it would hurt, but swordfish bills and marlin bills, the only downside to them is once they're dried out, which is what you need to do to stabilize them, they lose a lot of their strength. They become a lot more brittle. They're still hard, they're still rigid, but they're brittle, so they can break easy and shatter. They have been used historically as weapons, but mostly as smaller weapons or daggers, like a thrusting weapon, versus something that you'd swing around, like a traditional sword. So the first step of this is just going to be shaping the handle. I'm going to shape the connection point between the bill and the handle where the crossguard is going to be, and then I'm going to fit the boar tusks to the handle. And I went ahead and filled the boar tusks with the epoxy to stabilize them, as well as to make it a lot easier for me to fix them. And then I'm going to use a similar tongue and groove joint with the boar tusks and a cross peg to really lock them into place. Now, even though I'm doing all of the work to fit the boar tusks to the crossguard, I'm not going to actually affix them yet. I'm just getting it prepped and ready, and then I'm going to do a little bit more shaping to the overall piece. And then once I get everything to a decent spot, then I'll go ahead and permanently affix them. So for now, I'm just getting it prepped and ready for that point.
This is lit.
Now cutting in the grooves for the tiger shark teeth ended up being kind of a pain. The regular Dremel bit that I use, I don't have anymore. It broke and I haven't been able to find a new one. And so I started with that first bit, which was way too aggressive. Then I transitioned to a smaller one that I didn't like. And I transitioned again to a grouting bit, which also had too much vibration. And then I ended with this kind of angled bit, which worked kind of to get the groove out. I was able to mostly widen it, but I still wasn't a big fan of it. And then I finally found this bit here. I don't really know what this bit is used for. It just came in a set, but it worked perfect. It's kind of it might be a wood carving bit, not entirely sure. But it worked. And so I was able to get the grooves cut and then sanded down so they're a nice smooth face and get the tiger shark teeth glued into place. Now I'm going to, once the epoxy sets, I can clean up the excess epoxy that I used to glue them, as well as tap the holes into the teeth, and then I can drill the holes into the swordfish bill, get everything sanded down and prepped for oiling. After sanding the entire piece down to 320 grit, I was super excited to oil this piece for a lot of reasons. The Koa wood handle that I used just had a lot of characteristics, a lot of really heavy curl, a little bit of spalting, some two-tone Koa, so that lighter corner there where the edge wood was showing, contrasting colors between the boar husks and the swordfish bill and the Koa wood and the tiger shark teeth. Just, man, turned into an absolutely epic piece. I'm loving this piece so far. Once it finishes setting, so I'll let it sit overnight for the tongue oil to fully cure. The last step will be lashing the cross guard as well as the teeth, and I'm putting in a small notch just above where the tusks joint together with the piece so that the lashing doesn't slip down. It kind of will lock into place. This took quite a while. It took me about a day or two to get the lashing fully complete. Just because of the nature of it, I did a simple wrap along the blade going towards the joint, and then I did a crossing lash on both the top section and the bottom section. Mahalo nui for everyone that tuned into the video. I love how this piece turned out. It's probably one of my favorite swords that I've made. I've made quite a few to date, but this one is just awesome. It's not a huge sword, but it does look beastly. It looks like a combination between like a Hawaiian style and like a barbarian sword. It's awesome. Well, let me know in the comments below if you like it, if you didn't like it, if you'd like to see me go a different direction with it. Mahalo nui, and I'll see you next time. Aloha.